What's good, YouTube? Sileevio here, coming to you guys today with some Killing Floor 3. Been a pretty big fan of Killing Floor 2. I think I got that game like 2016 or so. And, well, Killing Floor 3 just dropped, and I wanted to give it a shot for myself. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been hearing mediocre things about the game.
Here, huh?
Yep, I haven't been hearing many good things about the game. I've been hearing overall mediocrity from it. But I wanted to give it a shot for myself. And, well, one thing I can say, at least from the start, is visually stunning. Oh my god! I'm skin issuing already.
That was a close one.
But, yeah. Visually, it looks good. Gameplay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I only did the tutorial, so oh my goodness. What is happening to me? I don't know where I am. But they seem to know where they are.
Glad to see you've arrived safely at the crash site. It's imperative that you find that audio log. It'll be somewhere
Audio log?
nearby.
Oh!
I arrived too late.
Oh my god. Help me.
The site is already too contaminated. I need to leave now. It may never be safe here again.
Oh jeez. Look at the mantling school.
Further instruction specialist.
Uh-oh. Out of my way. Oh my god, I'm gonna die already. I'm gonna die already. I just started. No. Oh jeez. Oh gee willikers. Help me. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay, maybe I should not have picked hard for like the start. Considering I don't know where I'm going, nor what I'm doing. Can I go this way? I hope so. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna die. Nope, I'm dead. I'm dead. What does this do? What is this?
You don't mind if I just pull this out? That seems like
Please don't hit me. Not the damage over time. Oh shit, I won.
This is far from ideal.
Well, that was interesting. So, now that I can speak, now that I'm not getting ran over. Yeah, so far, honestly, I'm having fun. Maybe it's because I'm new at the game. I mean, there's a few things that I've, immediately noticed that I have complaints about. One is the lack of weapon variety, which I know Tripwire takes care of that over time, but it would have been nice to see them do that, at least at the start of the game. That was one of my problems with Killing Floor 2.
Hey, might want to re-up on syringes.
It felt like you would be kind of,
I love
using the same, using the same loadout over and over again, but, I'm hoping, with time, the state of the game will improve. Also, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it seems like they still got the whole specialist system going on, where, the character you have is tied to the perk. I could be wrong, maybe I didn't look at that enough. But, yeah, from what I saw, I forgot to do this bash thing. But, yeah, so far it seems like, whichever perk you pick is locked to a certain character, which is something I never really liked.
More to worry about than just Zeds. Scour the inspection room. Where there's a pandemic, there's corpses.
Do I take fall damage? Okay, thankfully not immediately. These missions are interesting. Are those crawlers? Oh my god, that's disgusting. Get away from me. Oh my god. Turn on the turret. I'm getting smoked.
Enemy neutralized.
I do like the Z counter. Very nice. Yeah, take that. Take that. Take that. Who's roaring at me? Was that a Scrake? There's a siren. Oh my goodness, the sonic range attack. Okay, that's cool. Visually stunning. Uh-oh. Get away from me. That's interesting. She's fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, visually stunning. Overall, engaging. Nah, get away from me. Stay away from me. I will say the dash feature feels a little unresponsive. I very well could be doing it wrong, but overall, is that a Scrake? That's a Scrake. Get away from me. Oh my god, he's not supposed to be this aggressive. Oh, I'm scared. No. Please. What is he doing? Keep that scorpion stuff to yourself. Oh my god. No. Oh god! Oh. I'm pretty sure there was a button I was supposed to press. Get away from me.
I was the time.
No, stay away. Oh my god, I wasn't ready for this. Oh, I forgot there's a mission I was supposed to do. I don't know where I'm going. Someone help. Someone help, he's trying to kill me. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared alone. Oh, everything's new. It's like I have dementia. Oh my god. Stay away from me, you monster.
Okay, we have our corpses.
What?
Now, we'll
Oh
need to
my
gather some
god.
tissue samples to better understand this affliction.
Oh. I just pressed FX because it told me to. Get away from me. Where did that guy come from? Okay. So I'm low on HP, but they're low on numbers. What is that? I'll deal with that in a second. Oh my god! Stay away from me! I need you to die. Not the siren! Die, please! Oh my god! He's trying to swipe me! Well, that was a fail. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Gee. What you just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, was my very first round of Killing Floor 3. And, well, I just gotta say, this game is, honestly, I like it a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've watched a lot of reviews, a lot of different gameplays, a lot of different opinions on Killing Floor 3, and most of them have seemed a bit unhappy. I've checked the Steam reviews, and as you can see, you know, they're set to mixed. So, you know, I think like around 54% or so of people are, you know, giving it a positive review. But there's a lot of negativity, I should say, and it's a bit, I don't know, a bit divisive, I should say, for the fan base. But overall, from my new perspective, honestly, I really like it. I played a decent amount of Killing Floor 2, gotten pretty decent at Killing Floor 2, and you know what? Even though, you know, I'm just gonna spoiler alert you guys. That what you just saw me getting bodied, that happened consistently. I didn't even make it to the boss. I think the highest round I got to was 5. So, you know, I'm gonna give you guys my shitty at the game journalist opinion. I think the game's pretty good. You know, there's a lot of things that I liked about it. One thing is the visuals. Game stunning, looks beautiful. The enemies, I really like the way the enemies are visually designed. I like the environments, everything looks nice, everything's pretty cool. It's a little dark, I'm pretty sure I could just adjust my gamut, but, you know, everything looks nice. And I do like the way the guns look, you know, despite them not being, you know, regular, real guns. That one's another point that I'm kind of iffy on. You know, I'd rather have just seen, you know, regular weapons, you know, an M16, AR-15, an M4, you know, a regular gun, not the, you know, neo future fantasy thing they've got going on. But overall, the game looks stunning. Second thing is the difficulty, like I just mentioned. This game, okay, maybe I'm just shitty at the game. I don't know. Maybe I just need to learn more, because there's a lot of things where I'm learning, you know, hey, this is a skill check, or things I need to unlearn from Killing Floor 2 and, you know, relearn for Killing Floor 3 in terms of strategy, you know, where to hold out, when to run, how far to run, things like that. But overall, the game, I put on hard mode, the game's pretty hard. Like, I got bodied back to back to back, like, I have an hour of gameplay, and yeah, the highest round I made it was 5. I'm pretty sure, you know, once I get into the weapon customization, I believe there's a skill tree, you know, other things that are there, might be a little easier. But overall, you know, I feel like the game being a bit harder, especially for the diehard fans out there, you know, who play Hell on Earth Killing Floor 2 like it's like, you know, fucking easy mode bots. I'm pretty sure people can appreciate that. And overall, it's really fun to screw around in. You know, I got bodied for an hour, and, you know, I don't usually mind losing in games, so I guess, you know, it depends on the person you are. But overall, I had a lot of fun despite, you know, just popping up, getting fucked up, not really getting far. I still had fun. Overall fun game. Fun game to shoot around stuff in. Overall pretty good. But there are things that I didn't like. Well, let me backtrack one more step for the things I did like. Movement options. I do like the movement options. I like the dash feature. I like being able to mantle and things like that. But the mantling at certain spots, it's kind of jank. There's a lot of times where I'm like mantling up something, but it's something that I could just walk through. So, you know, I'm kind of mantling for no reason in place, getting myself hit. The lack of weapon options. Granted, you know, there is the whole customization thing, but I like having more weapons, more base weapons to choose from. Granted, Killing Floor 2 has had, you know, years for them to add weapons, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, they're definitely going to be adding those. So, you know, it's a thing that's going to come with time, but I do wish that they started off with a bit more to do, especially in terms of secondaries. The characters I played, I don't think they had any additional secondaries, but I guess that's not as important. Another thing that I did not like was the amount of range damage that I was taking. I'm not gonna lie, you know, maybe it's a pure skill issue, maybe I just need to learn more, but the amount of enemies that do range damage to you, you know, like you already have the husk, you know, the husk's been there forever. So, you know, that's one thing that you think, you know, that you know would be there forever. But there's one thing that he does that I absolutely hate, or there's a couple things that he does. One is sniping you from the rooftops. Honestly, I do not like it. It gets on my nerves, kind of pisses me off a little bit. I'm fighting a horde of zombies and I'm getting sniped from a rooftop. In my opinion, it's kind of bullshit. Maybe other people don't care. Maybe people think it's a skill issue. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That was one thing I didn't like. And also his little triple fire attack. I don't like that too much either. You know, the guy, you know, he jumps up to, you know, avoid shooting other people. Hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. But I don't know. Something about the multi-hit of getting whittled down kind of throws me off. And that, you know, the same thing applies with the bloat having a ranged attack and the siren having a ranged attack. I guess it's really not that big of a deal. Not really a bad thing for the game. But overall, you know, while I was playing, it was getting on my nerves, you know. You can't just run to avoid hits anymore. Like the melee attackers, even if you're running, they're still gonna attack you, like, unless you're holding out your knife. So, you know, you put yourself at an impasse, I guess. They won't be able to reach you as much. But you know, if you're running with your gun trying to get some distance, if any zombie sprinting at you, or Zed, I should say, any Zed sprinting at you, they're gonna catch up to you. They're gonna smack you, and it's not gonna do a lot at once. But you know, over time, as you're trying to run, take them down. You know, stop, shoot, you're gonna get whittled down, and that's overall, you're just gonna. You lose the war of attrition in a sense. That's another thing too that I noticed. The healing. It's not bad, but it's different. I'm not sure how I feel about limited healing. You know, I know you can go to the pods or resupply to get one more syringe, but I don't know. Maybe it's an adjustment thing, but having just the 3 heals on you every, you know, start of the round kind of feels a little bad, not gonna lie. Maybe it's because I was playing solo. Maybe, you know, I need a team, get a medic on or whatever, but having just only 3 heals, plus that one that you have to run back to the pod for, and I don't like. Oh, another thing I do like, being able to resupply. There are times in Killing Floor 2 where I'd run out of ammo, so, you know, I'm like running around with my melee trying to kill a few Zeds, and then, you know, hoping I can find an ammo pack. But being able to resupply, get some ammo, just to keep the fight going, I do like that. Let's see here. Oh, this is another thing. So, I really do like the blocking system, you know, being able to parry everything like that. Parrying it with perfect timing. It seems like you just don't take any damage, which I do like. One thing I don't like is if you parry indoors or, you know, a little too close to a wall, so, you know, you're blocking a Scrake, he's coming at you with a fucking chainsaw or a flesh round. You hit that perfect parry, hey, boom, nice, you didn't take any damage, but he throws you into a fucking wall to, like, Dragon Ball Z combo you. I kind of don't like that, not gonna lie. But once again, could just be a skill check. That could just be something that I need to learn a bit more, but being thrown into a wall by, like, a strong enemy type, just to, you know, be stuck with said strong enemy type, feels kind of shitty. It's like getting, like, corner comboed in a fighting game. And then another thing, this might be another thing that I might have just missed, but not being able to reload cancel. This is my own fault. This is something I do have to unlearn, like I mentioned earlier, but the reload canceling in Killing Floor 2 was literally my entire life. Like, anytime, you know, I see the number for my magazine go all the way up to max, oh, I hit the melee, start shooting, there you're good to go, reload cancel. I feel like it was a bit of skill expression. Maybe I'm just skill issuing, but, you know, getting rid of that, I feel like adds a bit to the clunkiness of it. Granted, you know, hey, maybe my own fault. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Maybe I just gotta learn it, but I wasn't a big fan. But overall, with my experience with the game, you know, the short hour that I've played, I overall enjoyed it thoroughly. And I'll be playing more, and hopefully, you know, later on down the line, if I learn more, you know, any of these gripes I have, maybe they go away, or maybe they make changes. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't know why. I forgot to jot this down in my little notes. This is the one thing that I really do not like, that I really hope that they do change. I thought they said they were going to change it, but perks being locked, the specialists being locked, you know, perk specialist thing, them being locked to the specific character, I hate it. I'm just going to say it right now, I hate it. This is one thing that I, like, this is a hill I will die on. Well, I say I'll die on, I've already bought the game, so whatever, but they need to remove that. In my opinion, it's stupid. You'll find a character that you really like, and you'll find a perk that you really like, and sometimes those don't align. Like, I always played as a Reverend in Killing Floor 2. I liked his accent, I thought he was cool, I liked his quotes. And, you know, not being able to play him because, hey, you know, maybe I want to mix it up, I want to play Sharpshooter today, or hey, maybe I want to play Firebug. You know, that it really sucks. That's one thing that I think should be changed. Like, that should, like, be, like, the next thing they're working on. Doing that, and adding more guns. And adding new perks. And I do need to look more into the perk trees to see what they've got going on, and, you know, maybe I'll have there. This one was a pretty, you know, pretty fast, pretty, I guess I could say unprepared review. But this is just, you know, a review from an average Joe. I'm not a Killing Floor, you know, original OG Killing Floor veteran. I don't have multiple thousands of hours in the game. but I played a decent amount. We're a pretty big fan, been playing for years, and hopefully this gives you a bit of insight into what a regular person might feel. And overall, I'd say game's worth a shot. It's $40 if you don't get any deluxe editions or anything like that. Considering games are going towards the direction of $80 now. Honestly, $40 well spent in my opinion. But hey, I'd say check out more gameplay, see more reviews. Hopefully they do a free weekend, because that's how I got into Killing Floor 2, when they had a free weekend for it. Played the game for over a few days, and I just fell in love and got the game as soon as I could. So hopefully this just helps you make a informed decision, if possible, for how much you like the game and if you want to give it a shot. Well, this is Sileevio signing out. Y'all have a good day.